Okay, my name is Leah Brown. So this is going to be the second class that we did today, which is talkative followers, responsive leaders. So this is all about the connection. So we started out with this idea of just feeling the resistance in our bodies. So we just tried this by simply leading away. The leaders are giving space with their arm, and then the leaders are closing that back up and bringing me back in. And so as the leader gives me space and leads away, I'm also going to lead away to complement that. In West Coast Swing, we don't actually lean our heads back, so we're going to instead try to sit in a chair. So instead, we're going to keep our head weight over our toes, and we're going to sit in a chair this way. Coming back up, and sitting down, and coming back up. Very nice. So then, we also talked about this concept of just trying that in regular patterns. So that elasticity, forward and back. And we also tried this in the sense of leaders creating like this little monkey bar for the followers, and followers keeping their same frame shape, moving themselves forward and back so the leader can actually feel that. And then eventually, when they feel that I'm ready to go, leading me forward. We then put this into our actual basics, so you could actually feel when I was ready to go and leading me into a sugar push or a side pass or what have you. We then had the leader stand still again and keeping this hand relatively still, and then feeling the follower's position and see what that felt like in the hand. So you could actually tell the different positions that the follower could be in space. You can also have the leader close their eyes if you want, so they can actually try and face or point at where they think the follower is. For some of the followers, we saw this happening. So the frame was collapsing a little bit. So instead, you want to try and keep a nice expanded frame so the leader can feel you at all times. We also tried rotation, so placing our hand on our forearm and actually rotating in or rotating away, while still trying to keep a relative right angle in our bodies. This will change a little bit as we rotate, but we can still feel resistance on either sides of the hand in the actual connection when we do this. We also try different levels, so going up and down and combining that with rotation so that you can just experiment with making the leader feel where you are at any given moment. We then played with just drifting the anchor a little bit. So if we did regular passes, so you can just do a pass, and I drifted my anchor to the side, it would make the most sense for Sean to lead a pass that passes on that side of his body, as opposed to trying to force something else. If I rotated or drifted to the other side, triple step, he would probably change his pattern to match that instead. So the other thing is that if leaders had a set idea in mind, they can also drift with the follower and still lead the original pattern that they had in mind, but they're augmenting or changing their own bodies in order to make that work better. We then did a little bit of an amalgamation, so we did a right side pass, followers rotating their body into a more open position. It makes a lot of sense for Sean to lead a inside roll after this. Yeah? After that, we also did a sugar push where we played with levels. And Sean, since he can feel that slight lift in resistance, as I go up, there's less. Now there's a lot more, yeah? Then did a regular sugar after that, with switching of the hands. And I just realized we're gonna turn around so we can see the other way. We then went into a sweetheart position. Here, the leaders are gonna be opening the doors, the follower shifts to that back foot. So we hung out here a little bit so you can feel that. And then follows, you can actually initiate for a second here. Hey, I wanna be led out. We would wait for the actual lead, so I wouldn't just send myself. So I can ask for something, but Sean can say no if he wants. Or you can say, okay, now I'll actually lead you out. Very nice. Thank you, guys.